If you have a diversity of algorithms, you have mean reversion momentum, you have trend following, breakouts, well, you're really well covered because you trade, you have your capital into many different models, like different approach, right? So in the end, like if you can make money when the market goes up, when it goes down, when it's kind of sideways, you're really well covered. Each of my model, they're like an investment vehicle. Like people, as you said, people when they diversify their portfolio of stocks, well, maybe they'll have multiple sectors, right? And so that, let's say, when the market goes to shit, or the geopolitics or whatever is like really, really bad, well, maybe it's good to have a basket of stocks in defense, like defense stocks, or a hedge in gold and all that. And so the way I approach my investment, I diversify my asset across multiple different strategies so that even when one is losing, right? Let's say my trend following, and by the way, it's only 10% of the allocation is in the trend following basket. But let's say the trend following, usually it loses money in a sideways market. So if the market is not going anywhere, if it's not trending, well, your trend following strategy cannot perform. It's as simple as that. And so it's important to not have all of your exposure into trend following. However, we have a regime filter. So it is an algorithm. It's a regime filter that's going to tell us, okay, there is a regime. Like right now, the market is not sideways, the market is trending, right? It's trying to break out, like to break more and more all-time highs, It's trending up. And this is when you're really happy to have a trend following algorithm. And
What does the regime algorithm do? Does it allocate more capital to whichever
yeah,
algorithm would perform best in that regime?
exactly. Yeah. And it does this every day. So we have our daily data in crypto, and at every daily close, we're going to determine of the free capital that we have. Maybe the next day, the regime is going to be different. The regime is no longer going to be sideways or bearish sideways or bullish sideways, whatever. It's going to be maybe like just bullish, but not super bullish, but just bullish. And then we're going to allocate differently when the regime changes. Yeah.
Interesting. So you have a pool of capital, and then you have multiple algorithms, and that pool of capital gets divided into those algorithms every day based on
Yeah.
what the regime
Yeah.
algorithm is saying.